Okay, so we were adding a base map, and we just loaded an OpenStreetMap in our map. So you can see now, this is the OpenStreetMap, and now our region of interest, you can see it in a global surface very well. Let me zoom it so that you can, it will take time to load. I want you guys to see where it is. My region of interest is somewhere in Cardiff, in UK. That is where this data is from. So let me just wait for the map to load. It is taking time, but it will respond. You can see now the map in a, I want you guys to see this map in a global surface. Caleb, if you are unable to add the base map on your side, that means it is likely that the network maybe is a little bit unstable, because this one will load a lot of data. It will load a lot of things. So you may not be able to visualize this because maybe your internet is a bit unstable. Again, if you don't find the icon for base map, that means you have to come back to file, and then you come to add data and then add base map. So when you click on add base map, be a little bit patient and wait for the base map to load from the online, because it is going to derive this one from the online resources. So just wait for it to respond, Caleb. Okay, so you can see now, this is a globe surface now. And my data was somewhere here in London, United Kingdom, somewhere right here. That is where my region of interest is. So if I just come here and to this region of interest, I click on it, and then I right click, and then I can zoom to layer. It will zoom to that layer of region of interest one. It will just zoom to it. Just give it time to zoom. You can see it has zoomed into that layer. Okay. So you can now see now my region of interest is right here in this city of Cardiff. It is taking time because it is loading this data from the internet. That is why it is taking time. Yeah, so okay. So yeah, let me just work with it this way. So these are regions somewhere in Cardiff, UK, and this is where this data was derived from. It is not a data of anything in particular. It is just something that was cut out for the purpose of explaining this video. So it is not a metropolitan area. It's not maybe maybe a protected area or anything. No, it is just something that was just created for the purpose of this tutorial. Something, some data I looked for, I fetched for the purpose of this tutorial. So I will make this data have no color here so that you guys can see well. And then I want to keep my outline a little bit thicker so that you may see again. Let me give my outline some color, maybe dark. Okay. And then I will also keep this one with no color. And again, I will make the outline more visible and give it color black again. Okay. So that is my region of interest. You can see the way it is appearing right here. So I have added a base map to my data. For you to be able to add base map, you must have your data georeferenced. Your data must be very much georeferenced so that it can fit in a base map. To georeference, you guys, you know, to georeference is to give data reference in a globe surface. So if you are having some points, you have to georeference them so that they can be visible in a globe surface. So once the data is georeferenced, then you can add a base map so that you can visualize this data in a base map so that it can fit in your base map exactly where you placed it from where you are collecting. If you are collecting data from a field and then you load a base map, that point, when you zoom to the layer, it should go to that point. Where you are collecting the data from. So that is how we add base map. And then you realize sometimes that this base map can have a lot of things in the background. Sometimes you may want to reduce the transparency for the purpose of viewing your data well. So when you click on the properties of this base map, again, I will be patient. Yeah. So you can see now the transparency is 0%. So reducing transparency will make this data in the base map a little faint so that you may be able to visualize your region of interest better. But sometimes you may want your transparency maybe up to 30% so that you can also make other things visible as well. So now you can see now the way it is appearing faint. Okay, it is taking time to load because this data is from the internet. Okay, so you can see now the transparency is a bit faint because of the transparency now. This is the transparency that is making this data faint. Okay, so you can adjust the transparency from the properties. You can raise it to fit into your desired maybe the way you want to visualize it in your desired style. So that is how you add a base map. But because of the way it is loading a lot, I want to disable this base map. And actually, I just want to remove this layer because it is taking much of memory. I just wanted you guys to see how you can add a base map. And now you can understand better how we add base map and how you can visualize your georeferenced data in a base map. Okay, so the next thing we will cover is splitting a polygon. So assuming that I want to split this polygon, this region of interest 1, assuming I want to split this polygon, maybe I want to split it along a path. If I go back and add my base map, maybe if I add my base map, okay, let me load my base map. So if you want to split this polygon into maybe some 2 parts or 3 parts, or maybe just, okay, so here we are. If I want to split this region of interest following something like this highway here, I can split it into 2 along that highway there. So I wanted to add the base map so that I can see if I have some roads which I can use them as my reference point as I split my polygon. So assuming I want to split my polygon now, Okay, so assuming I want to split my polygon into two, what I have to do first, I have to make this layer editable, because right now it is not editable. So if I want to make a layer editable, this region of interest one here, if I want to make it editable, I have to come here and click it, and then I can come to edit features and then click start editing, and it will open the editor tool by default. So you can see now editor tool is open. And when the editor tool is open, there's a tool here called cut polygons tool. So this is the tool we use to cut. So if I click on that cut polygon, it will tell me that there is no selection that has been made yet. This is because if you want to do polygon splitting, you have to make some selection first. So for now, I just wanted you guys to see how you can make this layer editable because it was not editable. So I will come and select a feature which I want to edit. You realize it drew an error. So that is the error I want us to correct. So I can come here and open the attributes table. And now I can select that polygon there. And you can see it has highlighted the polygon, meaning the polygon is selected. Now, once you have done that, and now let me hide this. Now I can come and start cutting now. It should start cutting. You see, it does not draw an error. My cursor changes to a cross, a star. Is it a star, a plus? So from there, I can now follow the path from where I want to cut. I want to cut using this line here. So I will just follow this road here. And I don't have to clip it at the end. I can even extend, there's no problem. So once I'm done, I can just stop editing. And then you realize I have some overshoot here. That should not be a problem because it will only split this part that was selected. So don't worry about my overshoot, okay? So once I'm done, I can double click. Once I double click, you see now it has split my polygon into two parts following this path right here. Okay, so I'm moving slowly so that you guys can follow. I know you are logged in using your phones and you want to use your laptops now to see what I am doing. So that is why I'm not moving fast. So I have split now this polygon into two. I just wanted to load this map so that I can follow that path and I can teach you how to follow a path using this editing tool here for cut polygon. So what I will do now, I'll just turn off the base map. So you can see now, let me just remove it so that it flees my memory. So you can see now my polygon has been split into two. So that is how you split polygons, okay? It should not be hard. So the next thing I want us to look at, is calculating, let's say I want to calculate the area of this region here. How do I know the area of this region? How do I calculate the perimeter of this region? How do I calculate for example, if I have a river, let me drop a river. So, oh yeah, that river is buffered. So let me remove that river. I don't want a river that has been edited. This is the one we did in our previous class. So let me see. Yeah, that one is not edited. So if I want to calculate the length of this river, how do I do it? If I want to calculate the area of this irregular polygon, how do I do it? This one will demand you guys know about coordinate system because geographic coordinate systems are not used in calculating area. By default, in ArcGIS, in ArcMap, you realize you cannot use those coordinate systems to calculate the area. You have to switch to projected coordinate systems. Okay,